This Tylil situation is really bad. And when I say really bad, people, I'm not exaggerating. This is horrific.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a stream reward party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys love, and I'm tired, bro.
Tylil has always exuded scaring off the hoes energy.
Relax. Wait, hold on, wait.
But I think anyone would be lying if they said that they expected to wake up one day and hear Jordan Pauline accuse Tylil of full-out grape.
I'm tired, guys. I'm tired, guys. Like, literally. People are evil and malicious. And like, people think they can do anything. Like anything. I'm literally like so disappointed in people because I think people are good people, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And they're evil. They're evil, bro. And I'm done streaming. I'm done doing this shit, bro. And this is gonna be my last stream.
Way too early to make a determination on whether or not Tylil is guilty or whether or not this chick is lying. It's way too early. And if you've already made up your mind, then you're probably somebody who already have implicit biases towards either Tylil or towards this girl. I'm not gonna say she's lying, and I'm not gonna say Tylil is guilty. But what I would say is Tylil has a lot working against them. There not being a clear-cut reason why this chick would want to lie on Tylil works against Tylil. It does. Because you can always go with she's embarrassed, she regrets it the next day, so that's why she's now screaming essay or grape. Yeah, but when you really look at this situation and you truly look at it and examine it, there's no clear-cut reason. Like, you can't go with the clout chasing angle because this chick was famous before Tylil. She's probably more famous than Tylil. She just had a top 40 hit. This chick is not like a clout chaser. She's not, a chick looking for clout or fame off this situation. So when you take that out the picture, what other reasons would she have to lie on Tylil outside of maybe she regrets it? But even that isn't really a strong alibi in this situation. Even when looking at the possibility that she may be lying because she regrets it or was embarrassed that she slept with Tylil and regretted it afterwards because he has a girlfriend, even when you look at that situation, wouldn't the logical thing be not to say anything if she was truly embarrassed and she wasn't raped? Like, if she was embarrassed of this, then what's more embarrassing than telling the entire world that you did this, right? Because she could have kept it private with just her and Tylil. Nobody else would have known that she slept with somebody who had a girlfriend. So when you trace down that logic, it still really don't work here, right? It still makes no sense. It still really doesn't lead or prove that she lied. Honestly, every which way you go, it kind of looked really bad for Tylil. And the only reason why a lot of us is still leaving some hope or some doubt here is because people are innocent until proven guilty. And until Tylil comes out and tell his side of the story, I'm not just going to automatically say he's guilty. But it's looking really bad here.
Because people are evil. And it's always going to be sides being chosen on. And I'm tired. I'm literally tired, you guys. I don't deserve being treated like I'm nothing. And I'm really like trying my best to not be, like, I want to save people in their careers and shit. And like, but what about me? Like, what about my feelings? What about how I feel? And not everyone is your friend. And you guys love these people so much. You guys love these people so much. And as a woman, you always get exiled. And it doesn't matter how I dress, you guys. You guys know I'm asexual.
This situation is heating up, bruh. They got an entire Diddy Rico against Tylil and the Clover Boys, bruh. Messages are surfacing from women who are claiming that they suffered similar experiences as Jordan Pauline at the Clover House. One woman says, my first time I went to the Clover House, the very first thing Tylil said to me was, do you want to F? If you don't want to F, there's no reason for us to talk. He also refers to women they cast as groupies to their face, which is highly disrespectful. People want to believe what they want because of how people portray themselves online, but I know how he is in real life. I pray you get the justice you deserve. He made speech saying, toast to you know what happens when we get the ladies drunk. Something like that. I was like, oh my God, what is he? Did he? Before we get back to the video, I want to announce that this video is sponsored by the Free Cash Reward app. Free Cash is essentially a mobile app where you download it and you play video games and they pay you to play video games. All right. Now, you're not going to become rich off this. You're not going to make $20,000 a month off this. But if a couple $100s can help you out during the holidays, then this is the app for you. You download the app, you sign up, and before you play the game, they show you how much each game is going to pay you. You earn as you play, and you can cash out what you make. Technically, it's not free cash because you're still trading your time to get paid. But if you got some free time before bed or while watching Netflix or while watching YouTube to play some mobile games and get paid for it, why not? It's a win-win, to be honest. It's 100% free. You don't pay to sign up or pay to download an app or pay to make money, right? You can legit pay $0 and still make money on this app. It's a rewards app. How rewards app work, just in case you're skeptical and don't understand, companies pay the reward app a fee to feature their game or feature their ads on the app. And essentially, they pay you a portion of what they make as you play the games and as you watch the ads. That's how it works. I'm going to be 100% transparent. I would never mislead you guys in anything. I'm telling you guys, if you want some extra money during the holidays, this is the app to go, right? You can scan my QR code or click the link in my description to download the app and get started.
I keep my body to myself for a reason. I am a temple. I do not share myself with people, especially if I don't know them. And it's really unfair to me because I feel like I make sure that everyone is in a good position and they feel good and like, you know, everything was innocent. And I don't care how drunk somebody is, you should never take advantage of them. My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love.
The story as is doesn't really make a whole lot of sense at the moment, but she is emotional and distraught, so you got to give her a pass. Like, she's not going to tell the story perfectly the first time while crying and in distress. Because things like, who stole your phone? Who broke your phone? Why did they steal it? Why did they break it? Was the intent to stop you from calling for help? Was this before or after Tylil allegedly forced himself upon you? Those details are important because those details actually tell you the severity of the criminal nature of this, right? Because, if he took your phone and he broke it before forcing himself upon you, then this is premeditated. And the police got to get involved. I think the police should have been the first person called. Before the internet heard about this, a precinct should have heard about this. Because when Tylil eventually come back and tell a side of the story, he's going to tell a story. Now, he hasn't, and it's been 16 hours. Maybe he's talking to his legal team, his PR team, trying to figure out the best way to respond back. But once he comes out and tell his side of the story, there's going to be, I believe him, I believe her. And the only people who can get down to the bottom of this is detectives, is the police. This should be going to a precinct and a detective should be investigating this. Because as long as the police don't get involved, and all we're talking about is whether or not somebody is going to be publicly shamed, whether or not somebody is going to suffer social consequences because of this, then I don't know what we're talking about. Because if the worst is going to happen to Tylil is social consequences, and you're only telling the story because you want him to suffer social consequences, then we're wasting all of our times here. Go to the police. Now, it's probably too late to do a grape kit. I'm not a woman. I'm not sure how long after an incident you can do a kit. But the police should already have a police report on their lap right now while you're telling this story to the internet.
And I'm so tired of this streaming shit, and I'm done, bro. He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to and he's like, oh, well, I'm going to talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend.
I've had my fair share of women. I've had my fair share of relations, all consensual, 0% forceful. I've never even had an allegation. I don't play like that. I just don't see a parallel line between consensual relations and boohoo crying. it don't start off as consensual and then leads directly midway through to boohoo crying in agony for it to stop. Usually it starts off as non-consensual and things just escalate as it progresses and ultimately leads to boohoo crying stop. This looks bad on Tylil part. This is horrific. This is horrible. Now, apparently Tylil recorded some of the interaction according to her because she got some of those videos, I guess, sent to her, or she heard some audio of herself or some video of herself because according to her, Tylil and others were threatening her to release this if she ever came out against Tylil. Now, the pulling out the phone to record midway through, that's also sketchy to me. But because we're in crazy times, I can't look too deep into this. But if a girl who I knew I was having consensual relationships with began to cry midway through, I would stop and console her to figure out what's going on. Pulling out my phone immediately afterwards and then recording, I don't know if that's how I would operate, or I don't know if that's how anybody will logically operate. Now, in hindsight, you could probably see, oh yeah, I'll take my phone. But in the moment, I don't think anybody who knew they were doing nothing wrong in that situation will automatically go for the phone instead of consoling a woman.
This isn't the first time I've been assaulted, but this is the first time I've been assaulted by someone popular and famous, I guess. And they think I'm not going to say anything because of who they are and who they know and what they do. But like I said, this is somebody you guys support. I hate men. I'm technically going to become, y'all thought I was asexual before. I'm completely, I hate men. Look at all these no caller IDs.
He later confirmed it was Tylil, but in the moment, her showing the call log of him calling her multiple times and then beginning to call her off of blocked numbers, that was the confirmation that she was talking about him specifically. Now, she will go on to say that right now she's taking her time in terms of fully diving deep into it because Tylil and others are currently trying to blackmail her.
I already know. If you already know y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it out my mouth because niggas trying to blackmail me and shit already. I don't have time for it. That's why I said I'm done with the streaming shit because thinking collab streams is going to.
The internet at this point is 50-50 and both sides have been getting a little hate. So Jordan Pauline would take to her Instagram story to speak out to the people who don't believe her, and she would write, bullying and condemning someone for speaking their truth and sharing their personal human experience is never acceptable. We must remember that even if the person involved is someone we love, every individual deserves respect and compassion. I am a woman who deserves to be treated with dignity, and I do not deserve hateful comments or mean words simply for sharing my truth. It's important to understand that I have no ulterior motives. I'm not seeking clout or attention. I am simply sharing my own experience, which is deeply personal and traumatic. In this moment, I ask for grace and understanding, not just for myself, but for all survivors who come forward. But speaking out, I hope to raise awareness and encourage others to consider the impact of their words and actions. Let us work together to create a supportive environment where everyone can feel safe and respected, and where the truth is met with compassion rather than condemnation. She will continue and she will write, I would not be bullied. I'm standing up for myself and for every woman that has been assaulted. Protect women. The first thing that kept playing in the back of my mind when I first heard about the situation was the situation with Tylil's sister. When I first heard Jordan Pauline accuse Tylil of doing this, I just kept on playing back what Tylil's sister did in front of everybody to see. The actor from Power, Michael Rainey Jr., he came on Tylil's stream, and while he was on stream, Tylil's sister came into the room and began to grab on his junk. She literally began to squeeze it, trying to seduce him in his ear. Everybody is watching this, and he looks completely uncomfortable.
Man has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay? Yeah. They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can party with us. Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water? No, we good, bro.
Paper towels for them.
Paper towels. Shut the f*** up.
That situation to me is much deeper than just SA. Her doing that for the world to see in front of everybody to see, not giving a damn, not caring, that tells me that she thinks that behavior is acceptable. Because obviously, if she thought that she was doing anything wrong, anything criminal, anything morally wrong, she wouldn't have done it in front of everybody to see. She did it because in her mind, what she was doing was not a crime. It was not wrong. It was okay. And it was content and entertaining. And if that's her mindset, then that tells me, okay, what's going on in that household? What took place to where she believes that her behavior is acceptable? Now, it's one thing if she's doing the action and she knows the action is wrong, but she's still doing it. Perpetrator, criminal, nasty human being. She's still all of that, but she's also somebody who don't quite understand what she's doing is wrong. To me, like, that shows there's an issue with how she was raised here. Now, Tylil coming from the same home and also having accusations of his own, to me, is more than just a coincidence. Even Talil's response to this situation, to me, was disappointing. His initial response, he ain't really chastised his sister. He didn't really condemn her. He ain't really provide any type of concrete resolution. He just kind of spoke about how he was pissed that they walked off and he didn't really like that.
Word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this, but I'm getting texts. The energy shifted and just got up and left. Like, all that really made me, like, all those side of really made me feel away. Because one, when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all was spamming it. That really got me really feeling away, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual. No homo, like nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so, like, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about her. I'm gonna just check her and tell her, like, you don't gotta be on it. We all the same, we all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I got people telling me, you gotta be aware who you have around when these type of people come. Why should I? We all equal. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be, we all got a mutual agreement, and it's about respect. Shit got me dumb mad, bro. Like, I'm real shit. Nothing ever got me more mad than this, bro.
In all the way make an excuse for her, because he did say, like, what she did made him mad, but I guess people wanted him to go a little further. Now, when Michael Rainey responded back to the accusation, it made it perfectly clear he didn't like what was going on, and there was even rumors that he was actually going to sue. That kind of made Tylil tap into his PR bag and release a full statement condemning his sister completely. Michael Rainey took to Instagram and he says, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and didn't fully know how the process will happen tonight. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I will be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should respect ourselves. Tylil responded, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken back by what she done. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of... That right there was actually Tylil's first viral stream. So even with this situation, it's kind of like, bro, this has been a recurring thing for you. If this situation is even remotely true, if there's even a shred, an ounce of truthness to what Jordan Pauline says, I don't see Tylil bouncing back from this, bro. I see Twitch coming down and taking swift actions against them. It's going to be really dark. Now, other famous streamers or other popular streamers on Twitch, they're reacting to this. And I'll be real, I haven't really seen anybody come out to the defense of Tylil. I think I've seen Asmongold, he reacted to this on stream. and he believes that Tylil is 100% guilty.
I already know. If you already know who, y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it out my
Is everybody? Oh no.
mouth because
Nah, this is what happens. Like, it happens to other girls too. Like, we all know this, but some people on Twitter forget that I'm actually the most pro-female and most feminist streamer out there. And the truth is that whenever I hear a woman that hates men, generally, if you listen to her about why, it makes sense.
Jasmine Gold already has accusations of not really liking the WL community, not really rocking with Kai Cenat or Tylil or others or DDG. But you do have to give him some credit for having a really large community that encompasses a lot of different other communities. And when he is taking a stance of she's telling the truth, I believe her, he did it, bruh, your name has essentially hit the dirt. Like, your name is now synonymous with these things. And he very well may be innocent. We'll wait for him to respond back. But you can't keep having these accusations attached to your name, man. Which is why, I work so hard. Whenever somebody even play around with that around me, bro, bro, we come with the internet and we crash, bro. We crash. Because you can't let accusations like this stick to your name, bro, at all. Trust me. People try to lie on me with these accusations. Somebody found paperwork with the same last name as me. It was a family members of mine. They try to say it was my paperwork. I came online and I went at those accusations and I attacked it. Bruh, listen, bruh. I even went to go find my family member's mugshot to prove this is not my paperwork. I've never gotten arrested for nothing weird. Never. But that's because of how important that was to me to show people, no, you would never put these accusations on my name. Not happening. With Tylil, bro, right? Bro, you not responding back fast enough. Now the accusations that made its way to other parts of the internet, man. And now they just look at you as a creep and a weirdo.
It does. It makes sense. Like, yeah, I could see that. I could see why you'd feel that way. A lot of guys, it's like, this is a guy, like, a lot of these things, like, especially like music, it's young guys that get a lot of power and money, and a lot of young guys don't know how to handle that because they're assholes, they weren't raised right, or whatever else, and so they act like and they do horrible things. And what ends up happening is that after they do something really bad to one of these girls, what they do is that in order to basically do damage control, they ostracize this girl from the entire group and from the entire community. There's a big problem that we have on the internet where, because there are some women who lie about experiences they've had with men, like, for example, like that DoorDash girl. Like, that DoorDash girl really does a tremendous disservice to every other woman out there whenever she's talking about being sexually assaulted when she recorded a man without his consent and posted it on the internet, again, without his consent, while he was naked. And so that, like, somebody sees that story and it starts to train the public into believing that, oh, well, these things are lies or they're not true. But I'm not saying that they're always true. I'm not saying that they're always not true. You should look at the facts and the evidence surrounding it.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Jasmine Gold is correct. When it comes to streaming, we don't often attach the same power dynamics in the streaming world that we do to, let's say, acting and music. But there are still power brokers in the streaming world. There are still content houses. There are still certain streamers that wield and deal a lot of power. But it's not as easily identifiable as the acting industry or as entertainment, right? In acting is transactional, it's direct. Hey, you sleep with me, I'll give you this gig. Hey, you turn a blind eye to me SAing you when you was blacked out drunk, I'll make sure you get this role on this TV series, on this hit TV show. With streaming, is not really as direct, right? There are people who control relationships, who got collabs. There are content houses, certain people, and they have a lot of power in this. And they can kind of make or break your streaming career, to be honest. Because streaming, right, there's really no gatekeepers in streaming. You can turn on a computer and start streaming to 0 people. People believe that there's no power. No. The dynamics here exist. And her expressing some type of fear or anxiety that she will get blackballed and ostracized and thrown out the industry and won't be able to do any more collabs if she come forward against Tylil is very real. Like she said, when this situation here happened and she confronted Tylil, she was receiving threats of being blackmailed and blackballed from the industry. And I think for the most part, that's wrong. That's not cool. Now, it'll be interesting to see, though, how other people in this community react to the situation. Because if they come out and they say, hey, I'm not really trying to collab with her, I just don't want to also be accused of anything, bruh. I don't know what happened with her and Tylil. I just don't want to be involved. Tylil don't even have to make that call. But if those people, if that's how they react, and let's say DDG or Deshae and others say, I'm not really trying to collab with you, bruh. That situation is just too messy. I don't know if you're lying or telling the truth. I don't want to also be accused of anything. I'm just not going to do it. Tylil don't even have to make that call. If other streamers refuse to do streams with her, it's still going to validate her concerns and accusations, and people will automatically assign that to Tylil. They will automatically accuse Tylil of making those calls behind the scenes and blackballing her.
No wonder a Diddy joke struck a nerve. When a person does something problematic like this, what you should do is you should look at the pattern of behavior. And I think this is really important to think about. And this is just, it's just basic critical thinking, right? Is that if somebody has a pattern of behavior that is repeatedly problematic, then the probability is that they're probably doing something bad again. So this is the same guy. I'm going to just preemptively turn it down.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
That's weird. That's really weird. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. That's real weird. So this is the same dude. This is the same guy. Who's gonna tell Tylil he can't do that to women? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another girl.
The internet is forever, man. And I hope Deshae Frost is watching this too, bruh. Because Deshae, now you see why you can't really do no girl content like that, bruh. All that super thirsty, super fiend out girls is gonna come back and backfire, bruh. Because when you get accused of something, you have damn near a stockpile of nothing but clips of you kind of teetering across that line from scaring the hoes to you on some weird stuff. SA. Now, that particular clip, man, I'm not defending Tylil at all because you guys already watched I'm not defending him at all. But that particular clip to me isn't evidence that Tylil will grape somebody. It's evidence that maybe he's a little overzealous, right? You know, he has scaring off the hose energy. But is that evidence? Is dancing aggressively to me evidence, or 100% that Tylil will grape somebody? No. Is Jordan Pauline's account of what happened some damning evidence that Tylil would do? Yes. Because her story is believable. She don't really have any clear-cut reason to lie. But y'all gotta really watch what y'all do on this internet, man. This stuff lasts forever.
That's why I said pattern of behavior. I might be spitballing, but can that be considered SA? But can't that be considered? I mean, like, whether it can be or not in the eyes of the law, like, from a layman's perspective, he is assaulting her and it's of a sexual nature. Why is it that Kai's friends are, 90% of Kai's friends are bad? Well, I mean, he's got, like, Kai has like 10 people in the room and one guy is doing something bad. Now, I think that you're right that Kai, like, I feel bad for Kai because he's had so many instances where he's brought friends on and you can say that it's his fault and everything. And maybe, and to an extent it is his fault, right? Like, I don't think that it's not his fault at all. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, it's not him doing that, right? Keep in mind, this is in front of an entire audience, right? So imagine what somebody like this does behind the scenes. Very, very, very weird behavior.
And if you coming in here looking for any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just see your way out.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful time of the year.
It's Christmas, so I didn't commit sexual assault. There's a lot of SA Andes.
That Tylil clip, as y'all just saw, was before this. It was before this. He hasn't hopped on stream ever since Jordan Pauline accused him of doing this. But now you have people using old clips, taking things out of context. You know, at this point, bruh, Tylil got to speak soon or else the jury is going to make a decision, bruh. The verdict of public opinion is going to come down if he don't speak soon. What I would say, and, you know, I made a concerted effort, and and I try really hard. I made a concerted effort, man, not to say Kai Cenat's name. And the reason why I made that effort not to say Kai Cenat's name this entire video, because very often, because Kai Cenat puts certain people on, and this is his crew, his name often get associated or mixed up in a situation when it comes to SA. Now, Tylil is his own man. Tylil will have to deal with this. Now, do I believe if Tylil don't fix this ASAP, the pressure from Kai Cenat to keep his distance is going to be on? I think so. After a while, if you're Kai Cenat, you got to kind of ask yourself like, damn, bro, how much more can I take? I stay out of trouble. I got the most to lose, and I'm the most famous, and I still managed to have my one girlfriend stay out of trouble, stay out of the crosshairs. I keep it political. I don't really do too much. I protect my brand great. Should I keep people around who continue to put my brand in jeopardy? You got to have that hard decision, man. All right, but if you're watching this video and you enjoyed this video, man, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all believe Tylil is guilty or innocent? And if you enjoyed this video and want to watch another good video, then click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here on my screen to find out how Adam22 just got his revenge on Aaron the Plumber. I'm going to see you guys in this video. Out of here, folks. Peace.